Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. So today I'm really excited about this new tutorial for this gorgeous jumper. I absolutely adore it. The free pattern and photos are on my blog as always, selinaveronique.com, so check that out. And it's all linked in the description box. So basically this is a really fun project. I really adore it and it's super easy. So this is a simple sweatshirt that I'm going to show you how to make, and it's got two different colors which I love. And I had a vision about this sweatshirt a long time ago, so I'm really happy that I finally managed to create a pattern for this. So for this project, I used two different types of yarn. So basically for the sweatshirt, like the main part of the sweatshirt, I used Sirdar Adventure, which is a super chunky yarn, and it really is chunky, and it requires a 12mm crochet hook, which I used. So I did use a 12mm crochet hook, and the pink yarn is also a super chunky yarn, and it's written that you need a 10mm crochet hook, which is also what I used. So basically I used two different crochet hooks because obviously the pink yarn, which is this one, the Timeless, is a bit thinner, so there's supposedly two super chunky yarns. However, Sirdar Adventure is a bit more chunky. I will be writing everything down in the description box, including substitch. Oh yes, so that's what I used, as well as a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle, and that's it. So I hope you enjoy this really easy tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe for a new crochet video every week, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this tutorial. Okay, I'm just going to jump right in, and I will be using US terms. So to begin with, I'm going to show you how to make the front and the back of the cardigan, and basically these are identical, so I'm just going to jump right into the tutorial and show you how to make the front and the back. So to begin this pattern, you are simply going to be making a slip knot, so just go ahead and create a slip knot like so. Take your hook and pop it through your slip knot, and now we are going to be chaining. So you are going to be chaining 31. So just go ahead, 1, 2, 3. So I've just gone ahead and chained less, but you should have 31. So once you have all those stitches, you should count 1, 2, 3, and 4 chains from the hook, and you are simply going to be placing a double crochet into that stitch. So just wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that 4th chain, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook, go through 2 loops, and go through 2 loops again. Okay, so this first chain 3 counts as your first double crochet, and obviously this is a double crochet that we've just done. So now just go into the next chain and place a double crochet into that. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook, go through 2 loops and go through 2 loops. And this is what it looks like. And now just go into the next chain and place a double crochet into that. And basically just go ahead and place a double crochet into each and every chain until the end of this row. Okay, so I finished row 1, and now for row 2 you are simply going to be chaining 3. So just go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work, and this counts as your first double crochet. So now we're going to go into the second stitch and place a double crochet into that. Just go ahead and place a double crochet into that second stitch, and now we're going to go into the next stitch and place another double crochet into that, and into the next stitch and place a double crochet into that, and into the next stitch and place a double crochet into that. And now we only have the last chain 3 from the previous row, into which we are going to be placing a double crochet. So just go ahead and place your last double crochet into that. And this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so this is row 2. So now what you are simply going to be doing is repeating row 2 for 13 rows in total. So just go ahead and repeat row 2 until you have 13 rows in total, and then I'll show you what to do once you've got 13 rows. Okay, so I've just finished all my rows, as you can see. So I'm really excited. So now I'm just going to show you how to finish off. So this is the front of the cardigan. However, this is the front of the jumper. However, the front and the back are the exact same. So just make sure you make 2 of those. So basically it's the exact same pattern. So now I'm just going to show you how to finish off your front and your back. So basically what you are going to be doing is chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now turn your work. Now you've chained 3. So just go ahead and turn your work like so, and this counts as your first double crochet. And now we are simply going to put double crochets into the second stitch. So just go ahead. So basically it's the exact same as what I've just showed you. However, we are going to only be placing, let me just see, you are only going to be placing 6 double crochets in total. So you are going to be placing 6 double crochets in total. So 1, 2, and now 3. And just go ahead and place 3 more, and then I'll show you what to do. So there we go. I've placed 6 double crochets total. So now what we are going to be doing is doing a second row like this. So just 1, 2, and 3 chain. So go ahead and place chain 3. Now you are going to be turning your work. Obviously you've got the whole front of the cardigan to turn now, so I'm just going to show you. So there you go. So this counts as your first double crochet, and this is so basically go into the second stitch and place a double crochet into that. You are simply going to be placing a double crochet into each and every stitch across, including that chain 3 from the previous row, until you have 6 double crochets total, including the chain 3. Then you are simply going to fasten off, and I'm just going to show you what to do on the other side. Okay, so now you are simply going to, now you've done your 2 rows, you are simply going to fasten off. So snip off your yarn, and you are going to be pulling your yarn through this loop like this. And there you go, you've done this side. So now I'm just going to show you how to do the other side. So what you are going to be doing, so this is the first side. So this is where it's going to be like the neck opening, and this is like the shoulder right here, and we are going to simply attach our yarn on this chain 3 here. Now you are simply going to be attaching your yarn right here, so just go ahead and attach your yarn, and now you are simply going to be repeating what I just did. So just chain 3 and place 5 double crochets here so that you have 6 total, and repeat the exact same thing that I just showed you, and then you will have both sides exactly the same. And basically just do a second one for the back, so you should have 2 panels. This is the front. Do the exact same thing for the back, and now I'm just going to show you how to do your sleeves. So now I'm simply going to show you how to do the sleeves. So the sleeves are really easy to make. Obviously you need 2 identical. I'm just showing you one of the sleeves. Right, it's a really easy part of the project, because you are simply again going to be chaining 31 and proceed on doing the exact same thing that I've just showed you for the front, except you will only have 12 rows, and those 12 rows will be exactly the same, and that's it. Just do as I just showed you. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you the next step for stitching up your cardigan. So we're going to start assembling the cardigan now. I don't know why I keep saying cardigan, I mean jumper. So we're just going to start assembling the jumper now. This is one of the sleeves. So to begin assembling your jumper, you are going to assemble the sleeves first. So this is my sleeve, and I'm just going to fold it in half like so. And I'm just going to start with the long tail that we've left for sewing. So this is a really big needle. So there we go. So I've managed to pop on my needle onto my yarn. And so basically I am going to start stitching this sleeve. So this will be the seam of the sleeve. I'm just gonna, so this is my loose end, and I'm just gonna use the mattress stitch to delicately, I'm saying delicately because this yarn is really delicate, so basically to go in and out of this project. You can use whichever method you prefer to stitch your sleeve. I'm just going to use the mattress stitch, and I'm going to meet you back once you've finished stitching up your sleeve. Okay, so I've done both my sleeves. As you can see, I've stitched the seam on both of my sleeves. So now I'm just going to pop the sleeves to the side. So what I've done is I've popped my front and my back onto each other, if that makes sense, because now we're going to start stitching the body of the cardigan. And what we are going to be doing is sewing this part. So we're just going to sew this part here, this small part, just stitch it, and then do the same on this side, and then I'll meet you back to show you what to do. I finished stitching both this part and on the other side. I've done that, and now what we are going to be doing is placing the arm onto the jumper. And basically I'm going to attach my yarn here at the top and then go down this side and stitch my arm on this. I have just popped my my arm like so, and this I'm going to try and explain as clearly as possible. This is where we began. So this is the beginning of the sleeve, meaning this is the chain that we did. The original chain 31 that we did is this side, and the reason why I'm going to stitch my my arm like this is I always find that the place where the chains are is slightly tighter, if that makes sense. So I just prefer to put the stitches on this side. So I've attached my yarn here, and now I'm simply going to be stitching this side of the sleeve So I'm going to go down with my stitches, and then once I've finished this side of the sleeve, I'm not going to go directly into the other side of the sleeve, if that makes sense, like the back. I'm just simply going to carry on until the bottom of the cardigan. So basically just stitch down all this side, and then I'll show you how to stitch the other side of the sleeve to the other side of this opening. I hope this is making sense. Alright, so what I meant was that I've finished stitching this side, so the other side of the sleeve still needs to be stitched, but basically what I am going to do now is just carry on stitching until the bottom of this cardigan. So stitch the front and the back together, and then I'll meet you back once I've done that. Alright, so I've gone down my whole cardigan here, and I've just turned it round, as you can see, and now I've got the back of the sleeve to stitch. So I'm just going to tie my yarn like I've just done, and I'm just going to delicately stitch that part in. And then obviously then I'm going to tidy up all loose ends. Just go down here, then tie a knot delicately and tidy up your loose ends, and then just proceed and do the exact same on this side like I've just showed you, and then I'll get back to you to finish off this sweatshirt. So I've just finished assembling my jumper, so I'm really glad with what it looks like. And now I'm simply going to attach this yarn, so I'm going to use Timeless Super Chunky. It is considered super chunky yarn, however, I do think it's a bit thinner than the actual yarn that I've been using up till now, so let's have a look. So yeah, it recommends a 10mm crochet hook. So basically this is what I'm going to use, so I'm going to switch my hook to a 10mm crochet hook. We have been using a 12mm up till now, but now we're going to switch to a 10. And this yarn, and we're going to work the collar. Just pop your hook through any stitch. I'm going to pop it through that first stitch right here. Okay, so I've popped it in here. I'm going to tie a knot, so you can tie a double knot if you wish. And now we're just going to simply work into the stitches along this edge. So basically just take your yarn, pull it up, and then chain one. And now we are simply going to be placing single crochets all along this edge. So just go into the next stitch and place a single crochet into that. Go into the next stitch and place a single crochet into that. And into the next stitch and place a single crochet into that. And so on and so forth all the way along. So yeah, so I'm just going to let you do that all the way along, and I'll meet you back when you reach this part once again. So I just wanted to add a little bit of information. So I've gone all along that edge that I told you, the front edge, and basically now I'm turning and working along the sleeve edge, if that makes any sense. So just turn this, it's the same, like it's you continue this way, and now you're on the sleeve part, and there are no specific stitches, so just go into any stitch and place a single crochet into that. So yeah, it was just to give you that extra bit of information, and yeah, just do that and then just carry on along the back edge and so on. So yes, so I've popped one last single crochet here in this stitch, and this is the first chain that we did, the chain, and we're just going to pop our hook through that and do a slip stitch. And this is what we have. And basically what I wanted to mention is that you want this collar part, like what we've just done, to tighten the collar, if that makes sense. So yes, so it should be a lot tighter than it was, if that makes sense, because it's a smaller hook size and it's a smaller yarn. So yeah, and that's what we want to give the sweater some shape. We are going to be doing now is the exact same, chain 1 and go round with a single crochet again. So just go into that last single crochet that we did and then into the next. And just go ahead and do the exact same that we've already done, and just place a single crochet into those, and then when you reach the beginning, do the exact same that we've just done, and then slip stitch. So yes, I'm just going to let you carry this on and I'll meet you back in one moment. So I'm just going to show you round 3 for the collar now. So I had a bit of a mishap, so I've just had to tie my yarn back on, but that's really not important, so that's why it's tied. So for row 3, you are simply going to chain 1. So you are simply going to chain 1 and simply do single crochets all the way along like we've just been doing. So you are going to be placing single crochets all around this collar edge like we've just done. The only difference is that when you reach this part here, which is, let me show you, the side right here, these ones, these stitches, we are going to be placing 2 times single crochets 2 together to decrease our. We'll be doing this on each side, but I'm just going to let you carry on until you reach this single crochet right here. So it doesn't really matter which one, it doesn't make any difference, but roughly one of these, and then I'll show you what to do. And I'm going to show you on camera. So this is such a big jumper that it's quite hard to maneuver it, so I hope you can see properly. So basically I've reached the stitches that I told you about, and what we're going to do is pop our hook through 1, pull up a loop, and we are not going to be closing this single crochet like we usually would. Instead, we're going to go into the next stitch and pull up a loop again, and then pull through all 3 loops like so. And this creates a decrease. What we are going to be doing in the next stitch is the exact same. Go directly into the next stitch, pull up a loop, and then go into the next stitch and pull up a loop, and you've got 3 loops on your hook, and you're going to pull through all 3 loops, and this will tighten your collar piece. I am just going to be carrying on as normal with my single crochets, so just carry on going around the whole of our collar piece, and then when we reach, I'm going to try and show you, when we reach the other side, approximately like I've just showed you, once we reach the other side, we'll be repeating this process again. So yeah, so just carry on doing this until you reach the other side, and I'll show you what to do then. So I've just reached the other side of the collar, and I'm just going to repeat this process. So just pop your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pop your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop, and pull through 3 loops, decreasing, and into the next stitch, and into the next stitch, and there we go, we've done 2, and now I'm simply going to carry on doing my single crochets until I think here where I started, and then I'm just going to slip stitch and fasten off. So I'm just going to let you carry on and slip stitch and fasten off, and yeah. So now I'm going to make to do the sleeve edging. So basically you are simply going to pop your hook through any stitch and tie your yarn, and basically what we are going to be doing is so chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. So I've just zoomed in, so this counts as a double crochet. So you're going to go into the next stitch and place a double crochet into that, and then into the next you are going to be placing a double crochet. So just place a double crochet into each and every stitch along, and then I'll show you what to do I'll show you what to do once you reach this part. So I finished my round. So I don't know if you can see properly. I'm just going to slip stitch to this stitch right here, like so, and this is the first round of double crochets. What we are going to be doing now is chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, and this counts as a double crochet, of course, with the okay. So now that we've chained 3, we are going to be working front and back post double crochets. So it's very easy. So just wrap your yarn around your hook, and for the front post double crochet you are simply going to go like this, so to the right and under the stitch, and create your double crochet around this double crochet from the previous row, like this, and this is your front post double crochet. Now we are going to be doing a back post double crochet for the next stitch, and we have got our yarn wrapped around the hook, and in this next stitch here we're just going to go around the back, so just like this, and this is a back post double crochet. I hope you can see filming it and explaining it. So yeah, just finish your double crochet like so. This is what it looks like, and the next stitch is going to be a front post double crochet. So just go ahead and do your front post double crochet like so, and then the next stitch is going to be a back post double crochet. So where you go at the back and pull this up and create your double crochet like so. The next stitch is going to be a front post double crochet. So you're just going to alternate these front and back post double crochets until you reach the first chain where you will be slip stitching, but I will show you what to do then. Okay, so I've almost finished this round, so I've got my last double crochet here, and I'm just going to pop my hook through to do the slip stitch into the third chain from the 3 chains that we did previously, and this is what it looks like, the sleeve. And what we are going to be doing next is chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and we are going to be doing the exact same thing that we've just done, alternating front and back post double crochets all the way around. So when you see a front post double crochet, you're going to be doing a back post double crochet, and if it's a back post double crochet, you are going to be doing a front post double crochet and alternate like that. So here we are going to be doing a back post double crochet to begin. So just go ahead and do that, and then in the next stitch a front post double crochet. So in the next double crochet just do a front post double crochet, and now we are going to be doing a back post double crochet in the next stitch, and this is what we are going to be doing all the way along. So just carry on alternating these until you reach this chain 3 from the until you reach the chain 3. So just alternate your double crochets, and I'll meet you back once you've done that. Alright, so I've finished this round almost, so just slip stitch, and basically what we are going to be doing next is adding 2 more rows exactly the same as these. So just carry on, doing 2 more rows like these, or as many as you prefer, and I'll meet you back after that. So after that you will be fastening off and tidying up your loose end, and just repeat this process onto the other sleeve, and I'll show you how to do the bottom edging. So I finished my sleeve edging, and there are 4 rows in total like we discussed, and I did the exact same thing on this side, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then the bottom edging I have just completed too, and it's the exact same thing than what I've just showed you, except we have 5 rows in total. Again, I will be writing everything down in detail on my free pattern on my blog on selinaveronique.com, so just check that out. And yes, so it's really easy, and we've just completed the neck edging, which is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So I absolutely adore this simple sweatshirt. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did, and in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.